Aloha, I'm Liah Howard. Welcome to Psychic Development and Channeling class number 6. Today we are going to be talking about chakra balancing and clearing and cord cutting. Thank you all so much for being here. So I'm hoping that you did some of your homework from last week. Do you remember we talked about looking in your closet and seeing if you were more left brain or right brain or masculine or feminine dominant and looking at some of those colors. Some of those colors will be coming in handy today as we do our learning about the colors of the chakras and balancing and the cord cutting. So first I'm going to take some questions from students, and I'm going to start with this one question. Somebody just sent a last minute question. I was able to type up a couple questions. Let me see if I can pull up this question. Okay. So this question is, this person says, if I have met a guide through another channel and I feel a connection to him or her, can I request that guide to come through? Thank you for your question. So when I'm teaching psychic development and channeling, what I like to encourage people to do is to connect with one main guide and then add other guides to there. So if there's a guide that you've connected with that you want to work with, yes, you can invite them in. And if you want to invite another guide in to help you with that connection, you can do that as well. So met a guide through another channel. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by through another channel, through another means or through another psychic. So for example, if you're working with hypnosis and you meet a guide, I'm just going to use this as an idea. If you meet a guide that you're working with through hypnosis, can you invite that guide to come in here with you as we do the meditations and as you do the channeling exercise? Absolutely. And they're probably the ones who set it up that way so that you would connect and be able to work together. So our guides are always ready and willing to work with us, and it's a matter of us inviting them in and welcoming them in. So, okay, here's another question from somebody. Can you speak to the idea of calibrating energy in order to receive guidance? Feels that I am kind of going through some kind of physical purification and that I need to align myself to a different energy in my everyday life, as well as on another level of attunement when sitting down to channel. Oh, this is such a perfect question for today because we're doing chakras, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be aligning all of our energy bodies. Sometimes our energy body gets a little bit separate from our physical body. It's almost as though our physical body is here and our energy body's a little bit to the side, and we need to get those two lined up so that we are feeling vibrant and alive, energized and present and healthy. So we will be working with that today. We'll be working with the 7 main chakras in the body. There are more chakras than that, but we were going to be working with the 7 main chakras, getting those balanced, getting that energy working in harmony with each other. So thank you for your question. Okay, and we're also going to be learning about the chakras. I'm going to be mentioning a DVD that's excellent for homework, and we're going to do a wonderful guided meditation, which is always my personal favorite part of the class. And then we'll be going over homework. So this is just a reminder. On your screen, there's a box, and it says text chat, and it's on the lower part of your screen. And you can click on the Send to Liah Howard drop-down option, and your questions and comments will be seen only by me. Then wait for me to prompt you for the comments and questions before sending them to me in the text chat. We're going to have a few times during this webinar when you can ask questions. Okay, here's a question that I got. How can I best help myself to remember the messages I get? It's sort of similar to the way when you have dreams, if you write them down, you remember them. When you receive information in a meditation, in a channeling, if you keep a pen and paper handy and jot that down, it will help you to remember it and then to integrate it into your life. Also, recordings do the same thing. Remember last time we talked about getting a digital recorder and recording, or you can use, of course, if you have an iPhone, you can always do voice memo and record that way as well. So, and if you talk to somebody about the messages you get, when you dialogue about it, it brings more of an energy to it because there's a power behind the words, and then it makes it more real and you integrate it more fully. The power of language and communication. How can I discipline myself to meditate? Well, I think with meditation, you really have to think about the rewards. It's sort of like when people have trouble going to the gym because it's hard to put the clothes together and to take the time and to actually get on the equipment. I've never seen anybody who went to the gym and said, gee, I wish I hadn't done that. Usually, by the time they're finished working out, they're glad that they did it, that they put that energy and that effort in. So with meditation, if you can set aside a certain time, that's your special meditation time, you're just taking your body there. You might be tired, you might be scattered in the beginning, but if you just keep taking your body there, remember I said set up a special altar where you're going to sit and meditate and connect. You keep bringing the body, and eventually the magic happens, the connection happens, the sense of satisfaction that you get from meditation happens. We're going to be working with the chakras and looking at how the Kundalini energy rises and the different awakenings in all the areas. When you get up to the 6th chakra and you have that inner light shining and filling you, that's pretty fulfilling. I mean, it feels really good. So you have that to look forward to. So sometimes initially with meditation, we're kind of working with putting the thoughts aside, quieting the body. The body wants to fidget. The emotions want to come up and kind of overwhelm, but that will quiet down. It's sort of like having a puppy. Puppies have to learn to be quiet and to lay down, and you just keep reminding the puppy, go lay down, go lay down. And eventually the puppy learns to lay down and be quiet, and your mind is as smart as a puppy. Believe me, your mind can learn to be quiet, to be still, and to be receptive. So you have to really just keep going with it. It's a matter of you disciplining yourself to take the time. And you might even want to reward yourself. For example, a reward could be buy a special candle for your meditation area, get a special spritz that smells really good, and when you meditate you get to smell that. Get a special crystal each time. You can do all kinds of little rewards for yourself. Why do I feel a bit hot when I channel? Well, because we're working with some pretty high frequencies. I mean, we are on a certain frequency here, but our guides, our angels, our archangels, master teachers, guardian angels, loved ones on the other side, they're in a different vibrational range. And so sometimes when we bring that energy in, it increases our frequency and we get hot. Some people get cold, some people get chills, some people get almost a little full feeling. So you can get a lot of different feelings when you're bringing in that invisible, metaphysical, powerful energy. But it's all okay. Chi. I recently had the experience of going to an acupuncturist, and one of the things he told me was that when there's pain in the body, there's no chi or life force moving, that there's always meant to be a flow of energy moving, and whenever there's not, it's inhibited, that flow is inhibited, and then the chi is stopped. So chi is the energy and life force in the body that moves. With the chakras, it's moving up through the spine. There's also an energy coming from above that moves down. So when that energy is weak or stuck, you will end up feeling depleted or emotionally challenged. If you feel that you're more sensitive, you're crying easily, you're super sensitive to what people say, your chi, your own personal life force energy may need to be lifted up, built up, and energized. And we're going to be talking about that today, and how can we do that so that we feel stronger, we feel more resilient, we feel more vitalized. So chakra basically means energy disc, vortex, or wheel. And there are 7 main chakras that are in the body, starting at the base of the spine and going all the way up through the crown, through the top of the head, and they are numbered 1 through 7. There's also many chakras up above that, but we're not going to be dealing with those in the class today. But I do encourage you, if you're one of those people who likes to do more research, to go on the web, and you can get a lot more information about chakras. So chakras in balance, when they are in balance, and that's each chakra working together. So we don't want one chakra that's blown wide open and another chakra that's kind of closed down. We want to have our chakras sort of moving at a certain energy frequency so that they're all balanced and harmonious. If you think of a juggler and he's juggling balls, he's throwing them all in a certain pattern, in a certain speed, a certain energy, so that he can catch them. They're all in rhythm, one with the other. And we want our chakras to all be in rhythm, one with the other. So that's one of the things we're also going to be looking at today, is how can we come more into balance with ourselves. And when your chakras are in balance, you will feel energetic in your body. You will feel emotionally stable and well. There'll just be a sense of well-being. You'll have a strong sense of connection to your spirit and your source, that inner source of light that is within. You'll have creativity flowing and a strong sense of your path in life. When your chakras are all balanced, there's a sense of you know where you're going and you know you're going to get there, and that feels really good. Sometimes chakras get underactive or overactive. I touched on that a little bit. So if you have a chakra that's underactive, there will be another chakra that's over. Let's say your second chakra is, which is the chakra for creativity and passion and sexuality and duality and sort of bringing those two energies together. Let's say that chakra is really underactive. One of your other chakras, either your third chakra, your power center, or your first chakra, your survival center, will kind of compensate for that underactive chakra. And so what we want to do is get all the chakras functioning sort of at a similar rhythm, similar frequency, so that they can all work together. And then they'll be balanced. So some of the imbalances in the chakras, the way that you'll know that your chakras might be a little imbalanced is you may have stress, or there could be a heartache. Your heart is feeling like it's breaking, or deep sadness. You could have physical signs like ulcers in your body, high blood pressure. You could get headaches or lethargy. That's one of the, when there's a lot of lethargy in the body, usually it means that there's the system, those body systems need to be, the frequency needs to be picked up. There needs to be a way that they're ignited again. So to activate your chakras, there's many, many different ways to activate your chakras, but this particular method is where you rub your hands together, and you can do this with me at home. I love this picture of the light coming out of the hands. Isn't that beautiful? So picture your hands just filled with light. And then you're going to be placing the right hand of each hand on the front of your body and the left hand behind the body, directly behind, as is indicated in the picture on the right. So feel the energy, get it going, and you can kind of play with the energy. Feel it in your hands together like this, so you feel the energy bouncing. Okay, you can feel that life force energy. Then you place one hand, start with the Sacral Chakra, which is down towards the base of your spine, one on the front and one on the bottom, and picture a beautiful red light going all the way through your body from the front to the back, and then bounce it off the back of your hand and send it up to the front. Just the color red. Think red, 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 red. Red color. We'll just do this real quick. We'll get our energy going for our class today. Red. Okay. Now shake that out. Get your hands going. We're going to do the orange. And as you're rubbing your hands together, you can feel the color orange. Think of all the things you know that are orange, orange, orange. Bright orange. Orange saris, oranges on trees, orange carrots, orange, orange, orange. Okay, now put that right below your belly is your second chakra. You can see it in the picture there, below your navel. One hand on back, one hand on the front. Breathe in orange from the front of your hand. Let it bounce off the hand in the back, and then send it back to the front hand, and let that energy bounce back and forth, enlivening that chakra. Orange. Yes. Orange. Okay. Now shake, shake, shake. We're going to do the third chakra. Get the energy going. I want you to see the color yellow. Yellow happens to be my favorite color. It has been since I was a kid. Maybe each of you have a favorite color. I think it's a happy color. So see bright yellow. Think yellow things, yellow daffodils, yellow lemons, yellow sun, yellow, yellow, yellow. Put that energy right on the middle of your tummy and then right on your back. Bounce it from the front to the back, front to the back, back to the front. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Just as in that picture, the energy is bouncing frontward and backward, enlivening your power center, your third chakra. Okay, good. Now we're going to go up to the fourth one. You can see where that is. Get your hands going with green. Green is such a healing color. Green of growth, green of expansion, green of the heart. This is for your heart chakra. Get that energy Get it going really good. Open up your heart. Ready? Hand on your heart, hand behind. It's a little tricky to put your hand up behind there, but go ahead and send that green light all the way from your front hand to your back hand, and from your back hand all the way to your front. Bounce it back and forth, just like a ping pong ball, back and forth. Get that energy moving. Awaken your heart. Let your heart connect with universal heart love. Okay, we're awakening. We're just awakening our chakras for the class today. Okay, shaking out. Now we're going to do the blue. This is for your throat chakra, which is your 6th chakra. Your 5th chakra. It's your 5th chakra. It's in your throat. That's your chakra number 5. Get it going. Blue, blue, blue. Think of all things. Bluebells, bluebirds. What else is blue? The ocean is blue. The sky is blue. Blue, 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 blue. Blueberries. Okay, now put one hand in front of your throat, one hand behind, and bounce it. Bounce the blue, just like in that picture, from the front to the back to the front. Just filling that area with the color blue. Each color carries a different frequency, so just allow that frequency of blue to run through your hands and go back and forth, back and forth. Opening your throat chakra, letting you speak your truth. Okay, shake. Now rub your hands together again. Get that light going. We're going to do the brow chakra, which is right between your 2 eyes. So put one hand on the front and one hand on the back, and this is indigo. Beautiful indigo color. Feel that light bouncing from the front hand to the back, from the back hand back to the front. Energy vortex of indigo light, awakening your inner vision easily and effortlessly. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Get your hands going again. Okay, now we're going to place them on top of your head for your crown chakra, violet, beautiful violet light. Feel that light permeating your skull. Feel it going in, bouncing back to your hands. Beautiful violet light. Okay. So that's a very easy exercise that you can do at home when you're feeling depleted and you want to get more balanced. It's kind of a non-thinking, just letting the colors, if you think of the rainbow, letting the rainbow colors, just like in those hands, fill you. To vitalize the chakras, there's many different ways, and there's many people that actually do that. They do chakra balancing. You might have a session with them and they would do a chakra balancing session technique. But you can do it yourself, or you can enlist the help of somebody who does light therapy. There are little wands that you can use that have different colors. There's rooms where they have the different lights that go from all the different frequencies, starting at red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, and you go through, you sit in these rooms and you get bathed in this light. And there are, as I said, little wands with light that you can bathe the different chakras in the light. You can wear different colors. That helps to bring that vibration into your body as well. Crystal healing can work with vitalizing the chakras. They put different color crystals on different parts of the body, and these help to balance and absorb any negative energy and put in positive energy. So these are all different types of therapy that you can work with to help to get your chakras going again, to really get them kick-started. Massage and yoga. Of course, massage is very good for all the energy systems, and yoga for the stretching and bringing in the energy. And then your breath awareness. You can start with breathing from your the sacral part of your spine, from the back of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. Then bringing in breath through your crown chakra and bringing that all the way down to the base of your spine, so that the breath is going in and out. And of course, My personal favorite, meditation. You can visualize and vitalize your chakras just by picturing each chakra coming alive, being balanced and whole and complete. And even just meditating in white light vitalizes all of your chakras. So this is a special technique for opening up the crown chakra. This is the crown chakra is where you connect with the infinite divine, and this is really good for psychic work. So you want to visualize a beautiful, huge light, like a shaft of light up above. Beautiful, beautiful, brilliant shaft of light. And see it coming down right to the top of your head. And then with your hands, with your fingers touching like this, you're going to open that chakra area. You're going to pull them apart so it looks like this. Feel them pulling out and opening. And just open that crown chakra. And it's a very light, gentle brushing. And then go up a little higher, opening to that light, the infinite light of your soul. This is where you're connecting with your divine higher self. You're saying, okay, divine higher self, I am opening to receive your loving presence in my life. Kind of go up to the edge of your aura. It's usually about a foot overhead. You can kind of feel that a little. Ah, there. Feels so good. So we're going to take a moment. If you have any questions or comments up until this point, and let me see. Okay, so I have a question, and it says, no, I meant through another channel, someone that else channels. I just like him. Okay, so I need clarification about this question. I'm not understanding the question. So this was in regard to the question earlier about can you access a guide through another channel. So meaning their guide, like for example, Esther Hicks channels Abraham. Can you also channel Abraham? I'm not quite getting this question, so I'm going to give you a minute to see if you're typing and what that question is. So let's see if that's coming through. Oops, I have to be careful what buttons I push. And remember, you're going to be pressing the Send to Liah Howard button, and that will bring the question live to me now. Okay. Okay, so not specifically thinking of Abraham, but that is the idea. Well, you know, I have interviewed hundreds of psychics and channels, which has been a wonderful thing over the last 25 years. And what I have found is that many psychics and channels say, you can use my guide too. For example, if you read the book Opening to Channel by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer, they say you can channel Orin and Deben as well. So yes, that is a possibility. You can channel somebody else's guides. The guides are not very possessive. The possessiveness is more of a third dimensional kind of reality. If you want to channel my guides, you can invite them in. If you want to channel guides that you've read about or that you've experienced, then you certainly can. It's a matter of getting onto that frequency. So similar to how here you could want to invite the Queen of England to dinner, but if you're not on the frequency where she's actually going to receive the invitation, she's not going to come. So it's kind of like that when we're channeling. We have to get on the same frequency path as that of the guides that we want to connect with. So let's say you've had many, many lifetimes where you've lived in India. It might be the perfect thing for you to channel a guide from India because you're so in tune with that philosophy and that information. So if you have had many, many lifetimes where you lived in other dimensions, other galaxies, it might be easier for you to actually channel a galactic guide because that feels more like home than this does. So it's a matter, again, of getting your frequency connected with that frequency so that you can bring that through. So yes, that is definitely, definitely possible. Okay. Now, sometimes there's what I call an energy leak in one of your chakras or in more than one of your chakras. Energy leaks can be fixed. It's sort of like when you're driving along and all of a sudden you hear thump, 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 and you have a hole in your tire, you've run over a nail or you've split it somehow and it needs to be repaired. It's kind of similar like that with our chakras, that when we don't take care of our energy fields and we let people into our space that maybe we don't want to, or we take on energetically other people's issues, or we don't take care of our actual physical energy bodies, then we can get holes. So it lets the life force out rather than bringing it in. So we want to patch it. So the way that we would do that is to visualize. Let's pretend for a moment that we had an interaction with somebody and it was kind of one of those, it felt just like they wanted to dominate you, or they wanted to control you or have power over you. Maybe it was an authority figure or somebody that they felt they were right and they wanted to get you to do what they wanted, but it didn't feel good. And all of a sudden it feels like there's a heaviness in your power chakra, which is your middle, in the middle of your belly, your sacral, right in there, the middle chakra. And there may be a little hole. You may have given some of your power away to them. Maybe you were trying to please them, or maybe you had some fear associated with staying in your own empowerment. So that puts little holes in your chakras. So let's just feel right now. Let's close our eyes for just a minute. And feel your middle chakra, which is, I'm going to see if I can move this down just a little. So that's right here where I have my hand, right in the middle there, the belly area. So just place your hand on your belly area for a minute and feel if there's any little holes, just like you were scanning. And you can just do this energetically and see if there's any little holes that are there where your energy's leaking out. Maybe in your personal life you feel pretty empowered, but at work you feel kind of disempowered. Or maybe you feel personally empowered in all your family relations, but in your personal relationship or marriage you feel disempowered. Or there's just a way that you feel a little disempowered, and there's a little energy vortex called like a hole that we want to patch. So let's picture that right now we're going to patch up that hole. We're just going to have like, you know how they have patch kits that go on inner tubes and patch kits for tires? So we're just going to take some like little glue and we're going to paint it on there and cover that. We're going to put the patch there. We're going to cover it up. I like to see a beautiful purple patch. I don't know what color your patch is, but I had an interaction this week earlier that kind of left me feeling that way. I was surprised that it affected me, knowing all the psychic tools that I have. But anyway, so I'm just going to put a little patch on that spot where I gave my power away and I felt less than, or I felt dominated by somebody else. Then I'm going to breathe into that area and fill it up, just like you would fill up a balloon. Breathe in your energy into that area and fill it up, and feel how that patch is holding and your energy field feels fuller. That when I breathe in, I can breathe in my own energy fuller. Okay? So we can do that. We can fix little energy leaks that we may have gotten. So the properties of the chakras. You see in the picture on the right that all the chakras are listed from the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And sorry, the center one is the solar plexus. I think I may have misnamed it. I call it the belly chakra, but solar plexus. The chakras are centers of energy, and they're located along the midline of the body, right along the spine. There's 7 main, and the lower chakras are actually more related to the physical self. So that's the first, second, and third. The fourth chakra is the interesting one. That one's in the middle, and that's sort of the blend of the lower chakras and the upper chakras. So the heart is the middle center part. So the upper chakras are more the mental, emotional self, and the lower chakras are more the physical self. And in the center we have the heart, which blends them both. They can have, again, various levels of openness, and we may have different levels at different times. If we're feeling we're in a really safe environment, our chakra energy can flow really, really well, because our first chakra, our root chakra, is not on guard. So our instincts work together with our feelings and our thinking. When our chakras are all balanced, we kind of flow. Again, some chakras may be underactive, and we're trying to compensate for those. there's actually a way that you can check if your chakras are in balance. And if you're one of those resourceful people who likes to explore the internet, you can type in chakra test, or you can go to this link here, and there's a wonderful little chakra test that you can take. It's also got a lot of information about the chakras. There's other chakra tests that you can take as well, where it looks, are you balanced? And they'll ask you questions like, can you manifest your desires? Do you feel safe walking, in a neighborhood, certain areas? That's your first chakra, that's safety. So it is really interesting to look at those tests, and I do encourage you, as part of your homework this week, to actually take the time to, you could go to this website or just type in chakra test and take a chakra test and see how you do. Again, there's many techniques for balancing the chakras. We did talk about some of them, and there's ways at this website as well, the www.eclecticenergies.com, chakras open up. There's exercises there for balancing the chakras. We did show you a couple, but I just like to augment that there's a lot of resources that are available. There's a tremendous amount of information that is out there about the chakras, about the 7 main chakras. Now we're going to focus in on the first chakra, which is the root chakra. And the root chakra, remember, that's again at the base of the spine. As we were looking at that picture, that's the red. And that's really about being here physically. So if you had a really hard birth, that chakra may have some trauma to it. Sometimes we have some leftover feelings from childhood, from our birth. And we may just not feel at home on earth or in our bodies. We may not feel grounded and stable and secure. We may have issues with trusting people and have difficulty staying present in the here and now because we're not real connected to our physical bodies. So people who have issues with their root chakra, there's a way that they don't feel safe in the world. So one of the things I like to say for people who've had difficulties with their first or their root chakra, if they came into a home where there was a lot of challenge, a lot of chaos, a lot of fear, and they didn't actually feel safe in their little bodies, maybe their physical needs were not met. Maybe they actually were not picked up and held enough, so they got that feeling of safety. Or perhaps they were alone and not fed when they needed to be fed. Their physical needs were not taken care of. So there may be a nervousness with them, and a way that for them, one of the most important things is to be grounded and to send a grounding cord down to the center of the earth. And we had talked about this in a few classes back. Remember envisioning that you're a huge tree and you have roots that go down to the very center of the earth. So again, if this chakra is overactive, you may be very materialistic and greedy. You may just always want more because you're trying to fill that vacantness in the root chakra. There's a way that your root chakra doesn't feel whole and complete, and you're always looking like a person who's sort of a shopaholic type of personality. They want to fill whatever it is. Also, people with lots of addictions, they want to fill that emptiness, that feeling of there's too much energy going on and they don't know what to do with it. So again, this chakra can be balanced. We're going to be doing a meditation where we're going to be working with balancing all of our chakras. But that's the first one is, again, if it's underactive, you might feel afraid and not confident in your physical being, not trusting your body, not even being able to listen to your body's cues. Like when I was born, I was in an incubator for the first 5 weeks, and I have to really work at listening to my body's cues when my body tells me I'm tired and not overextending. Because I was a bit disconnected. I spent a lot of time out of my body when I was first born. So there's ways that we can reprogram these chakras. The second chakra, the sacral chakra, this is how you feel about your sexuality. When it's open, you feel feelings flow freely and are expressed without you being over emotional, and you're open to intimacy, and you can be passionate and lively, and you have no problems dealing with your sexuality. It just feels like a normal, natural part of your life. There's a comfort level there. There's also a certain level of creativity that flows from that area. Your passion is, it's normal to have passion and to be aroused, and that's the realm of duality. So where opposites attract and that energy is there. But if you tend to be stiff and unemotional or have what's called a poker face, then usually that sacral chakra is underactive and you're not very open to people and your own creativity as well. So there's a way that when this chakra is overactive, you tend to be emotional all the time. You feel emotionally attached to people and you tend to be perhaps over-sexual or very, very sexual, that there's almost an over excessiveness in that area. You've heard of people who are sort of like sex addicts, that they're looking to get that connection. The energy's so strong there that they tend to operate from that chakra rather than from the higher levels of the heart or the throat or the brow chakra. There's a certain energy that comes across, and so there's a way that this chakra, when it's balanced, there's an integration. There's a sense of being able to be in healthy sexuality, healthy creativity, healthy passion, and aliveness, and balance. So we'll be looking at that again. The third chakra is the navel chakra, and that's about, remember I talked about that's your power center, that's asserting yourself in a group. When it's open, you feel in control and you have a good sense of self-esteem. You feel powerful in yourself and connected to yourself. Now when it's underactive, you tend to be passive and indecisive. You might be a little timid and you don't get what you want. So there's a way that when this chakra is underactive, not you only not get what you want, but it's really hard for you to even begin to ask for what you want. You're not even in touch with what you might need. There's a feeling of, I guess I want to say the feeling of being a victim in life, that life happens to you and you're disempowered and you don't have a way of choosing what's happening. You're just sort of being pushed down the hill, like a rock being pushed down a hill. You have no say about what's going on. So when this chakra is underactive, you sort of feel pushed around, dominated, and you don't have choice. When the chakra is working in an overactive capacity, you tend to be very domineering and very controlling and bossy, and you could even get a little bit aggressive and want people to do what you want, not really taking into consideration where they are or what they want. So there's a way that this chakra works in both capacities, of either feeling pushed around and bossed, or feeling that you're the one that's bossing and you're pushing other people around. And you have to just feel that in yourself where you feel. There might be certain situations and ways that you feel really good and balanced in this way, and there might be other people who just trigger that reaction. Like it might remind you of your father-in-law who always put you down, and you meet somebody who has that same energy, and all of a sudden you go into I feel weak and dominated rather than I feel empowered. So sometimes there's just certain individuals, and it could be from past life energies or situations that happen in this life, where it triggers those feelings. So we are going to be working with clearing this chakra and balancing this chakra so that you can feel empowered and alive in life. The heart chakra, remember that's the green chakra we're looking at. The heart chakra is about love and kindness and affection. And when it's open, you feel compassionate and friendly. You have harmonious relationships. You feel connected. You're able to give love and to receive love. There's a flow, there's a harmony, there's sort of a higher level of functioning in the world. You're not functioning from your first chakra of survival, or your second chakra of just the sexuality, or your third chakra of power. You've moved into a higher level, an awareness of love, of humanity, of being part of a larger system in the world and in the cosmos. It's as though you've brought your personal level of love to a much higher frequency. So when this heart chakra is underactive, you feel cold and distant. You're not able to connect. And I'm sure you've each met people like this. They don't mean to be standoffish. They don't mean to be hard to feel, but that's how they are. There's almost a wall. Like it's an invisible shielding or wall, or I like to call it an armoring around their heart. Sometimes this happens through life. It can happen through situations in childhood. It can happen through relationships that have gone bad and maybe weren't resolved, and there wasn't the love and the compassion and the forgiveness, or there may be leftover resentment or bitterness, fear. abandonment. Sometimes that this can happen. A person loves very deeply, and then the person leaves, and it's almost as though the energy closes down, the heart closes down, and there's not an openness to other people. Now, when this chakra is overactive, you end up sort of suffocating people, smothering them with your love. And usually it's from a selfish perspective, giving too much attention, not giving people their own psychic space, getting into their world and into their lives too much, and not really permitting them to have their own space, their own heart space. So again, this oftentimes goes back to our childhoods and how we were treated. Did we have a mother that was very loving and kind and supportive and gave us space and taught us about unconditional love? Or did we have a mother that was very smothering? Or did we have a mother that was very distant? So I'm saying mother because usually the mothers are the ones that work more with the heart chakra. Usually the father energy works more with the power center, but it could be the other way. Those are just generalizations. Now we're moving up to the throat chakra, which is the 5th chakra, which is the color blue. And this is about self-expression and talking. And when it's open, you have no problems expressing yourself. You feel confident. You could do Toastmasters and get up there and talk. And you're able to be at a book club and share what your feelings are about the book that you're reading. There's just a way that you feel open, and information is flowing through you and you're expressing it out. It could also come through creative forms such as doing art or music. These are just different avenues for that self-expression. But when the throat chakra is underactive, you tend not to speak too much. And usually these people are somewhat introverted and shy, quiet, holding their energy back. You know, if somebody's saying, well, what do you think? They might almost say, well, what do you think? They put it back on you rather than really feeling inside, what do I think? What do I want? How can I express this? Almost the feeling of the invisible child, the child that was told, be seen and not heard, that was perhaps given that message. Or in a relationship, if you felt that you were married to somebody that you had to walk on eggshells and you couldn't really express your truth, or they might blow up, or they might not approve of you in some way, or having a boss that's very domineering and creativity is not encouraged, or expression is not encouraged. So again, that's about not speaking out and being kind of holding back, introverted and shy. Now, if this chakra is overactive, these are the people that they just go on and on and on and on and on. You feel like, I just can't get a word in edgewise. I really want to respond to that, or I want to say something, but I can't, because they're just going on and on and on. Usually they are bad listeners. They tend to be, they dominate people by controlling the conversation. If you happen to touch on an area that's sensitive, they'll quickly divert the conversation, go into another area, and there's a feeling of control in that way, of controlling with words. And words are very, very powerful, and the energy of words is very powerful. And if you're around somebody who has an overactive throat chakra, what it feels like is, for me, it feels like there's an energy of no space for me, because they're just talking, 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 talking. I remember this one time, a dear friend of mine set me up on a blind date, and I went to dinner with this person, and we ordered our food, and he just started talking. And he talked the entire night and didn't ask me anything about myself. And I could barely nod and keep up with the conversation. And this is an example of somebody who had an overactive throat chakra, and rather than balanced. Because when a person's balanced, there's that flow of communication, giving and taking, and it bounces back and forth. Okay. The 6th is your third eye, or the brow chakra, remember, right up here. And this is about insight and visualization. And this is, in terms of psychic development and channeling, this is the chakra that we really want to give extra attention to, as long as all the other chakras are balanced. We don't want to just open the third eye without having the lower chakras balanced, because the more energy we have below, the more energy we can bring in from above. So when this chakra is open and balanced and harmonious, we can breathe through some really clear intuition. Some really clear channeled messages, psychic messages, messages of mediumship, and connection to your divine higher self. When this third chakra is underactive, usually people are not very good at listening or thinking for themselves. They may tend to rely on authorities. These are the people who go to lots of psychics. They get what I call psychic dependent. They ask this psychic, then they go to another psychic, they go to another psychic. And there's just a sense of, sort of like if you block a camera. If I was to block the camera, you can see my hand. Can I do that? Yeah. So that's the feeling, that they've blocked their third eye. They can't see through it. They're only seeing very, very close in front of them, and they're not able to see the larger picture. When this third eye is open, there's a way that you see the larger picture, and you're not just stuck on all these little details that are directly in front of you. There's a way you see beyond that from that larger perspective. Sometimes with the third eye, when it's blocked or it's underactive, there's a way that they rely on beliefs rather than on information and intuition. There's a certain belief system that becomes ingrained, and a person tends to function from there rather than from their seat of their intuition. And these people can also get very confused, and any one of us could have our third eye blocked at any time. I'm saying these people, but usually people have one chakra that tends to be a little more blocked than other chakras for some reason, and that we have to work on those. So the third eye chakra is about really listening to that inner guidance. And so if your third eye chakra is blocked, you get very confused. Decision making becomes a major project. These are the people that have pendulums and cards and I Ching and to write. They're just using every kind of tool that they can because they're not opening the third eye. So in this class, we're going to be working on using the body as our main tool and opening all of our energy centers so we can really listen within to the information and the guidance that's coming. Now, if this chakra is overactive, what happens is you can actually go into sort of a fantasy world where there's lots of sort of pie in the sky dreams and visualizations and fantasies, but it doesn't all become reality. There's almost a disconnection from how to bring what you want into manifestation. These are the people who maybe have 18 vision boards around their house, but they haven't actually manifested any of them because there's not the focus. There's more of a like a dreamy characteristic to it rather than an actual concrete. So the seventh chakra is the crown chakra, and if you can just picture on top of your head a beautiful crown, that's your crown of royalty and your crown of sovereignty and your crown of regalness for being a divine child of the universe. And when this crown chakra is open, you feel that you are one with the universe, that there's no biases or prejudices. You're really aware of yourself and your place in the universe. There's a feeling of oneness. When the crown chakra is underactive, you're kind of cut off from your spiritual dimension, from that part of yourself that feels sort of the perfection of life rather than your own personal perfection. You are connected to a larger divine timing, divine perfection, a feeling of oneness, of being part of a much larger whole. So when the crown chakra is underactive, you're not aware of your spirituality and you're kind of rigid in your thinking, that there's just not a flowing. Remember we were talking about the chi? There's not a flow in your thoughts and in your heart and in your movements and in the magic in your life. So we want to have this crown chakra open and flowing so new information, new ideas, realizations, connections can come in. If this chakra is overactive, usually things are being thought about too much. There's a way that they're intellectualized too much. And some of the patterns or ways that you would know that is people who maybe do a lot of research about spirituality, but they don't really integrate it in their lives. But you can ask them about 8 different philosophies of divine incarnation, and they will give you all the information, but you won't feel a connection to having that information actually be knowledge or wisdom in their life. It's really just information that they've learned, but it's not integrated. So when this chakra is overactive, there's a way of taking in too much of that universal wisdom but not being able to apply it. So that's why we want to balance this chakra, so that when the information's brought in, it actually gets disseminated all the way down to the toes, and it's integrated in your life, and you can apply it in your life. That's really the difference, is when the chakras are in balance, there's a way that the energies of each of them are applied in your day-to-day life. Now, our emotions can affect the chakras. There are certain emotions and thoughts that, if not processed appropriately, will actually close down the chakras. There is an amazing woman, Enodea Judith, and she's written a book called Eastern Body, Western Mind. She also did an incredible DVD called The Illuminated Chakras, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit. But she says that these emotions and thoughts become demons, and they actually affect the openness of the chakras, and that they have to be dealt with. A lot of people, they tend to do what I call a spiritual bypass. You've, I'm sure, heard that expression before, where they just want to get to the very, very highest level of being, and they don't want to do any of the emotional clearing work or centering work or grounded work. They don't want to deal with their bodies and have to get the body energy up. They don't want to have to deal with the emotions and get rid of negative patterns. They want to just go straight to the divine, and in doing that, they're bypassing some of the blockages that actually need to be cleared so that they can get to where they want to go, which is what I like to encourage. So again, we're going to just review the chakras again, and then we'll do a little meditation. The first chakra is the root chakra. It's red, and that's the negative, if it's blocked, is fear, and the positive is the right to be heard. And this is again from that Eastern Body, Western Mind. The second is the Sacral Chakra, and that's orange. And that's the feeling of guilt, if it's blocked, and the right to feel. The right to feel. Sometimes as kids we're told, no, it's not okay to feel that. But it is okay to feel. It's okay to have feeling in our bodies and to feel that. These symbols that you see, these are Eastern philosophy. They're Sanskrit words, actually. The third is the Navel Chakra, and when that's blocked, there's a feeling of shame, disempowerment, shame. And when it's clear, you feel that you have the right to act and you can move forth in your life. The fourth is the Heart Chakra. When that's blocked, we all, I'm sure, have had times where we felt sorrow. But when it's open and it's balanced, it's a wonderful feeling of the right to love and be loved. Again, giving and receiving love. The fifth chakra, when it's blocked, a person will often speak lies, things that are not true, that there's not a sense of integrity of speaking the truth and being their authentic, real self, asking for what they need. So when it's balanced, there's a feeling of I can speak the truth and I can hear the truth both. That's open. And the sixth chakra is the third eye, the brow. And when that's blocked, there's a feeling of illusion, looking at things sort of that through the fantasy lens, not through reality. And when it's balanced, there's a way of really being able to see clearly, getting that higher vision, similar to the hawk over the mouse. And then the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, is the feeling, if that's blocked, there's a wanting to be attached to everything in this world, of a place of neediness, rather than of the seventh chakra, there's a place of the knowingness. Not just the right to know, but the openness to know, to connect, and to have that be a fully functioning part of your being. Now, there are wonderful mudras and sounds to open the chakras, and you can look for those on this website, theeclecticenergies.com, but there's also many, many other websites that you can look at. And mudras are positions that you put your fingers in, and the sounds are various sounds that each chakra has a certain sound that goes with it. I'm not going to go into depth with that today because there is a video that I'm going to let you know about that you can actually work with and develop. And also online there's more information that you can follow up on your own. Now we want to cut psychic cords to the chakras, and I just got a text message that a friend just passed over to the other side right when I was saying cutting cords. So there's a way that we can cut cords to individuals and give them their own energy and their own freedom, and take back any energy that we may have given to them and bring it back into our bodies and into ourselves. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing in our guided meditation. So I want to invite you to get really comfortable right now, and to go through this meditation with me, and allow your higher self to lead you to any experiences that you may have had in this lifetime that may have blocked any one of your chakras. We talked about all the different chakras. But for now, I want you to just let yourself relax. I'm going to put a little music on. This is your chance to just go within. You see that beautiful rainbow there? So we're going to start with a little body relaxation first. You may have had a busy day, and you may be wanting to relax a little bit. So just start with your toes right now. And I want you to tighten and then release your toes. So you're sort of doing this with your toes. You're tightening them and then opening them. And then tightening them and then opening them. Now do that with the whole bottom of your foot. Tighten your foot and then release your foot. And then tighten your foot and then release your foot. We're just going to do a little body relaxation first before we do this meditation. So we're going to start at the feet. Now we're going to go up to the calves and the shins. And I want you to tighten your calves really, really tight. You know how when you're riding a bike they get really tight, 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 and then release? Now we're going to tighten our calves, tight, tight, tight. And you can tighten your feet too. Tighten your feet and your calves. And then open and release. And let's just take a deep breath. I want you to just allow every sound that you hear in your environment to carry you to a place that's deep inside of peaceful relaxation, a place of just letting go. Now I'm hoping that each of you remembered to put your pad of paper nearby, that you have it so that you can take notes after the meditation, because remember, your guides are always wanting to give you lots of information to share. Okay, now we're going to go up to your knees. There's a way that you can tighten your calves and your shins and your feet and your knees. Tighten your knees and tight and hold, 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 and then relax. And allow the relaxation to go all the way from your knees all the way down to your toes. You feel it in your toes? All right, now we're going to tighten our thighs. I'll turn the music up just a tiny bit. Okay, so sitting down, tighten your thighs. Feel the muscles. Feel how strong your thighs are. Really feel your thighs tight. Bring all of your awareness to your thighs. It's okay if your legs, the rest of them, tighten, but right now just focus on your thighs and hold, 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 and release. And let your thighs just get very soft. So now your legs are relaxing. Your legs are so happy to have this opportunity to just let go and to relax. And then deep breath in and let go. Letting go. That's the ultimate. That's what we're here for, is to just let go, just like my friend who just let go of her body. Ultimately, we're going to let go of all of this, all of who we are, our personalities, our bodies, our stories, and merge back into the divine. So just let yourself let go into this meditation, into this moment, hearing my voice, and allowing the sound of my voice to carry you into a place of deep peace. So now I want you to tighten your buttocks, both of the cheeks in the back there. And as you're tightening your buttocks, I want you to hold your tummy in. So you're pushing your abdominal wall towards your back. You're tightening. I know it's tricky to do it all at the same time, but you're tightening your abdominal wall. You're tightening the cheeks that you're sitting on. Tighten, tighten, bring all of your awareness and focus right there. Hold, 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 and release. Feel your cheeks just relaxing, letting go. Feel your belly getting soft. You know, they talk about that Buddha belly, getting soft Buddha belly, letting it breathe in and breathe out and relax. And again, deep breaths, letting go, letting every sound you hear bring you deeper inside. Now I want you to tighten your internal organs as though you could compress your internal organs and feel the tightening inside your body, tightening your lungs, your heart, your liver, your gallbladder, all of your internal organs. Just feel them holding them tight, crunching them, kind of blocking up the blood flow. Hold, 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 and release. Let go. Feels good to let go, doesn't it? To just be able to breathe nice full breaths. Now I want you to bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears like this, and hold your shoulders up really, really high. Really, really high. Push your shoulders up high, 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 high. Hold them tight, 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 tight. Oh, shrugging your shoulders really, 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 really high. You'll feel it in your neck. You'll feel it in your back a little bit. And on the count of 3, we're going to release. 1, 2, 3. And as you let your shoulders go, just feel how you're letting go of your responsibilities in life. Because for right now, you don't need them. This is your time to just go within. Your guides and angels are here. Your higher self is here. And they want the best for you, and they want you to relax. Letting go of any burdens in the world. Letting your shoulders relax. Feeling your breath. Nice deep breath in. Okay. Now we're going to hold both our arms out in front of us like this, and you're going to make fists. You could hold them up like this, either in straight in front or up like this. I'm going to hold mine up like this. I want you to make big, big muscles with your arms, like where you're making big muscles. And hold, and we're going to count to 5, holding both your arms as tight as you can. 1, 2, make them shake. 3, hold them tighter. 4 and 5, and let them go. Drop them. Drop your hands. Drop your arms. Feel the contrast between holding and letting go. It's an amazing difference. It's such a beautiful difference between holding and letting go. Sometimes we hold and we don't even realize we're holding. Good. Letting your arms relax. Letting each and every finger relax. Letting your shoulders relax. Bringing that relaxation through your whole body, up your spine. And now we're going to focus on the neck area. And I want you to put your head down and feel your neck. I want you to put your chin on your chest and feel and hold tightly. Block off the energy in your neck for a minute. And hold, 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 and release. And now let your spine, let your head just get very, very soft. Like a bobblehead or a wobblehead. You know how they get very, very free, soft. You might want to move your head forward and back and let your neck know that for now it can just relax. The neck is such an important area to relax. It's sort of the throughway between the head and the body. All the messages from the brain run through, right through the neck. So just let your neck relax. Let all the vertebrae in your neck sit one on top of the other, nice and straight and soft. Now I want you to focus on your jaw area. A lot of people hold tightness in their jaw, but for now, I want you to just sort of be aware of your jaw. Now I want you to clench your teeth really tight like this. Make your jaw really tight. Tight. Push. Hold. Tight. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Release. And really let your jaw, feel it opening. Feel that hinge letting go. Feel your jaw and your body relaxing. Okay, good. Now we're going to go to the eye area. You'd be surprised how much tension gets held in this brow area and in the eyes. So right now we're going to scrunch up your face and make your eyes really tight, 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 tight. Hold and hold and hold and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Feel all the muscles in your face letting go. Feel your cheek muscles relaxing, your jaw muscles, your forehead getting soft, all the muscles around your nose, your whole face relaxing and softening, opening. Feels so good to just relax. Okay. Now remember about the little string that holds your spine nice and straight, just like this. You can see I have a little piece of hair, but just envision that you have a little string and it's pulling your spine 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and straight and upward. And we're going to begin our inner journey. So just know that you are being guided by your divine higher self. Relax and let go, and just enjoy the journey inside. I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and as I do, your mind is going to become calmer and calmer and quieter, sort of like a little quiet pond that's very, very still. 5. Your mind is getting quieter, and stiller, and calmer. 4. Even quieter and stiller, settled. 3. Letting go of your physical body, letting go of your emotional self, just allowing yourself to be right here, right now, hearing my voice in this time, in this space, connected. 2. Letting go even more, peaceful, quiet, still. And 1. Allowing yourself to completely relax. Now I'd like you to envision in your heart a bright, bright light like the sun, and see that light filling your whole body until you're in a bubble of light. Nothing but light can come to you, and nothing but light can be here. And so it is. And now let that bubble of light follow my words as we lift up in our little bubbles of light. We're going to go to a sacred temple. This is a very special inner temple space. And in this inner temple, there's a table in the center of the room. And in the room, there are lights all around, the lights of the rainbow. You see a purple light, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. I would like you to lay on that table in the center of the room and just allow yourself to be bathed in this rainbow of light that's coming forth from lights on the circumference of the room. Sort of like a dome-shaped room, very beautiful and very safe. There's very soft music playing in this room, and you feel very safe on this table. in this temple. This is a healing temple, and your higher self has brought you here to help heal any memories, any patterns, any blockages, any cords from other times that may be blocking the full expression of your highest self in this lifetime. So lay on the table very, very comfortably, and as you lay there, the color in the room becomes red, and it feels so good. It's a bright, bright red, and it feels warm, and you breathe the red into your body. And as you breathe the red, you feel your root chakra awakening. And just like a flower drinks water, you feel your root chakra taking in this red energy to vitalize it, to rebalance it, to fill it. The root chakra is about the material level, all things having to do with matter. It's the earth element. So just breathe in that red. Feel your connection to all of life. As you breathe in the red and you let it vitalize your body, you feel your cells being tickled with red. Sort of like drinking in a divine red energy drink, bringing it into every cell of your being and every cell of your body. Letting yourself be bathed in red, honoring this temple of your physical body. You can feel your body just absorbing the red and feeling so good about it. And as you take in this red and you focus on the root chakra, I want you to ask your higher self if there's any cords connected to this chakra that you no longer need or want, that you can be done with. They could be cords from other lifetimes or cords from situations that happened in this lifetime. Sometimes if we have situations or circumstances that frighten us, if we're in accidents or if we've been physically abused or if we've been neglected in any way, we have cords to those situations or circumstances. So I want you now to just picture your base chakra and ask your higher self, is there a cord to any situation or circumstance that you are now ready to release so that you can move on and have the most highly functioning root chakra, so that you can feel safe in the world and you can manifest what your heart's desires are. And the way that you'll know if there's a cord is you'll actually see a cord and you'll get a sense of how big it is and what it's made of. And then just follow it out and see if there's a particular person that it might be connected to. Just ask your higher self to do this for you. All right, now you may see that your cord from your root chakra is connected to another person's. There may be somebody that you was supposed to provide for you that didn't. There may be a way that your security or your safety was compromised. So right now, see that cord and know that it is in your power to break that cord, to give that individual or that situation or circumstance back their energy, to pull your energy back into yourself, and to feel safe in the world, to feel that your body is a beautiful temple of love and light and of your divine self. Because you may have gotten messages that it wasn't, or that you weren't safe. So what I'm going to do is on the count of 3, you're going to hear a very loud clapping. And on the count of 3, just like in that picture before the meditation of the big scissors, I want you to envision that you have some really large etheric scissors. And these are very special scissors because they can cut any cords, and there may be more than one cord, but there's usually just one main cord. That you can cut that cord on the count of 3, give that energy back to that person or that situation, and then pull your energy back. All right, so with your agreement and with the assistance of your divine higher self, we are now going to pull your energy back. We're going to first disconnect 1, 2, 3. And if the whole cord didn't break, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. One more time, just to be sure that we're really cutting that cord. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now give the energy back to that situation or that person. May have happened when you were young. You may not even have a conscious memory of it, but there's a way that your higher self knows. Pull your energy back into yourself. Allow that individual or that situation to fade into the background. And now feel the aliveness in your root chakra. And just like a wheel that rolls, chakras are energy vortexes, they're wheels of energy. Feel your chakra moving at just the right pace. The energy is going around and it feels very open, well greased, but not too active. There's a way that it's in harmony with your divine self. You are safe in the world. All is well. Your body is safe. It is safe for you to be in this physical body. This is your temple. Your material needs are met. You are provided for. All is well. Now as you lay on the table, you feel the color orange suddenly coming in, the red colors receding to the back. And all around the room in this beautiful temple, all the lights have changed to orange and you are bathed. Every cell of your being is being bathed in an orange light. And you just take it in, just as when you lay on the beach and you take in the rays of the sun. Take in the rays of this orange light into your whole essence and being. Feel the vitality of the orange light. Let the orange wash over you and through you. You're now going to focus on your second chakra, the seat of your passion. This is your yin-yang center, the place of duality, but in a positive way. The yin and the yang all together, your dual nature, the ebb and the flow. This is the water element. Let your water element come alive in your second chakra. Allow your sexuality to be activated in a positive way and in a balanced way. If this chakra is overactive, let it come into a peaceful, peaceful place of balance. If it's underactive, let it come again into a peaceful, centered way, harmonious. Again, sometimes from our childhood or from prior situations or circumstances, there may be a cord to an individual or to a situation or circumstance connected to this second chakra. If that was a way that you felt loved through your sexuality and that chakra became overactive, or if there was a way that you felt somebody put their sexual energy on yours and you weren't able to maintain your boundaries and your space. So just check and see if there's a cord going to any area of your sexuality, of that second chakra. And see the cord and allow your higher self to give you a picture of what that circumstance was. Just let it unfold, let it be easy. Don't give it a lot of thought. When we're working with intuition, we're just allowing the images to come. You may have already worked with this area and there's just a tiny little residual thread left. You've almost got it cleared. Good for you. All right. So now, ask inside, am I ready to let this cord go? Am I ready to break this cord, to cut this cord, give that person back the energy, let go of any resentment or unforgiveness, take my energy back, and move forth with a fully functioning second chakra? Yes, you are. Okay. So on the count of 3, I'm going to do that loud clapping, and I want you to get your etheric scissors. Some people like to use a chainsaw or clippers or whatever works for you. I use these great big scissors. So with your permission, on the count of 3, I'm going to help you cut these psychic cords. 1, 2, 3. Sending the energy back to that individual or that situation. pulling your energy back into yourself, into your second chakra. You have the right to be sexual. You have the right to be passionate. You have the right to be creative. You have the right to be fully alive. You have the right to your feelings and your emotions. This is your birthright. You now own and claim your second chakra. Breathe in the orange. Just let that orange bask. Just bask in that orange color and feel how the first chakra and the second chakra are now coming right into balance. They're vibrating just like when you have tuning forks and they end up vibrating together, coming into a commonality, together, vibrating, lining up. Okay, now we're going to focus on the third chakra, and as you're laying on that comfortable table, really relaxing, all the lights in that dome-shaped room that you're in, they all turn to yellow. And just feel the energy of yellow light coming in through your crown and through your face, coming in through the base of your feet and through your back, your arms, your chest, your eyes. Just taking in this yellow light. Energetic yellow light. Energetic yellow light. So the third chakra is the fire element. So you know how fire is sort of flames. Feel the vitality of this fire energy, of the light coming in, warming you, awakening your energy, giving you a sense of power, burning through any ego issues, leaving just your illumined self without all the stories and without all the blockages. This beautiful yellow light. Feel yourself harnessing that energy, bringing that energy into yourself, into every cell of your being. Beautiful yellow, bright, radiant light. Giving you permission to be who you are, giving you permission to be in your power. Again, sometimes in life we were told at some point that it wasn't okay for us to be powerful, that it wasn't okay for us to be who we are, that it wasn't okay for us to be empowered. But right now, you're listening to this because you are ready to be empowered. You are ready to be your full, harmonious, powerful self. This is the seat of your will in a positive way. You might have been told when you were a kid, you're too willful, you're too bossy, you're too whatever. But right now, I just want you to ask your higher self, is there a cord to any situation or circumstance that right now you're ready to be done with? And let your higher self give you the picture of what situation or circumstance happened where you felt powerless, where you felt like a victim, where you felt like you couldn't be in your center. Somebody made decisions for you. Feel that. Because right now you're ready to be done with that. You're ready to be empowered. You're ready to have your will back in a positive way. All right, so picture how big the cord is. It's always helpful to get a sense, is this a really big cord? Is it a smaller cord? Is it a metal cord? Is it a rope cord? What's it made of? Is it nylon? Is it elastic? What is this cord like? Really feel it. Okay, now I want you to grab your etheric scissors or your chainsaw or your clippers or whatever you're using, machete, and on the count of 3, with your willingness and your permission, I'd like to help you to cut that cord. So just first feel the cord, where it's going, who it's going to, what the situation or circumstance is. On some level, we have to give thanks for everything that's ever happened because it has brought us to where we are today. So even though you felt disempowered then, you are now ready to feel more empowered. You are choosing empowerment now by taking those etheric scissors in your hand. So on the count of 3, I'm going to make a loud clapping. We're going to disconnect that psychic cord. 1, 2, 3. Send the energy back. Pull your own energy back into you. Feel that yellow light filling your entire third chakra, feeling empowered, alive, willful, but in a positive way, connected to your higher self, connected to your vitality and your flame, your energy, ready to be who you are, ready to go out in life, free of blockages, in a place of empowerment, fearless. Now as you're laying on that table, you feel the energy change in the room, and the yellow light recedes back, and you feel a beautiful green light, and it's bathing your head and your face, your arms, your torso, your legs. And this green light is the light of the heart chakra. It's the air element. It feels very light and free and almost a little bit tickly. It's so sweet and soft. This is the light of your divine spirit, your truest heart light. Allow your heart to become very, very spacious and open, feeling this green light going in. This is the place where you connect in love with another individual in a conscious, loving, spacious relationship. This is where heaven and earth come together in your physical being, your heart light center. Let that green light activate your heart. Let it fill your heart. Let it completely fill your heart, the green light. Connecting your mind and spirit. Also connecting you to the global universal heart. Getting beyond that small personal heart to the larger global heart. Feel your heart pulsating in a larger frequency of unconditional love. Infinite love. But again, sometimes in life we get heartbroken, we get attachments to people, they leave, they hurt us. We have situations or circumstances happen that may have created cording to individuals, either here or individuals that have passed. We can have cords to individuals on the other side of life as well. And I'm not talking about healthy cording, like between a mother and her baby, but I'm talking about unhealthy cording, where there's a way that you're not functioning in your whole heart capacity because of a cord to another person. So ask your higher self to show you if there's any cord connection of the heart that you are ready now to sever. And again, sometimes I know it can be a little fearful. You're afraid, if I cut off the heart cord connection, if I disconnect psychically from that individual, am I going to lose them? Am I going to not feel them? No, that's not what happens. What happens is you're able to connect with them on a whole higher realm, in a whole other dimension of life. We're just cutting those unhealthy cords, those cords where you thought love was something that it wasn't. You thought that person was fulfilling you in a way that isn't true. So just ask your higher self to show you if there's any heart cord connection that's holding you back from loving in the way that your soul really wants for you to love, in that whole way of your spirit. See if there's a face there with that person or that situation. You might get an image of somebody who said something to you that made you feel that you couldn't give and receive love, that you were incapable or not good enough or not worthy enough. Just feel what that is. You may have had to guard your heart from somebody whose energy was a little harsh, and you felt like you couldn't just open your heart to them. So feel if there's a negative cording in that way. And let yourself just allow the love to remain, but the unhealthy psychic cord or attachment to go. So now, with your permission, on the count of 3, we're going to release that situation or circumstance, letting the green light of love supersede any prior contracts or agreements that were of an unhealthy nature. One, get your scissors, or your clippers, or your machete, or your axe, or your chainsaw, whatever you're using. Two, get ready. Three. Very good. You were ready. Send that energy back to that individual or those people or that situation or that circumstance. Good. Send them back their energy. Send them back their energy. Now, I want you to pull your energy back that may have been encapsulated in that situation. Pull it back into your heart. Claim your heart. Claim your heart space. This is your heart. This is your universal heart, which is meant to function, fully alive, on the vibration of unconditional love. Feel your heart space coming back so that you can exist in the mystery of love and that you can have divine relationship, that your heart can be open and you can have that beautiful spaciousness and light in your heart, a lightheartedness in your heart, ability to love in an unobstructed way, connected to your global heart. All right. Now, as you're laying on that wonderful magical table in this beautiful temple in this room with light all around, you feel that light changing to a beautiful, beautiful blue light. And let your cells take in the light, the blue. Feel the frequency of the blue. It's very peaceful. You almost hear sort of in the background like humming or bells or sort of a soft frequency, peaceful, harmonious, blue light. Take in that blue light, breathe it in through your nostrils and into your body. Let every cell be bathed in the blue light. Beautiful blue light of the throat chakra, the fifth chakra, the area of communication. Feel your throat opening so that you can sing your own personal song in the world and in life. You can speak your truth with love, realness, power, purity. Feel all of your chakras from the fifth all the way down balancing as you bring in this blue light. Each chakra lining up and balancing so that right now as you open to the blue light, you feel each of your chakras coming into harmony with the frequency of the fifth chakra, blue light, in a balanced, healthy, and whole way. If this chakra is overactive, you feel it coming right into harmony. If it's underactive, you feel the energy getting stronger. And you don't have to do it, it just happens. The angels are helping you, your guides are helping you, your higher self is helping you to be balanced and whole. Especially picture that blue light going in through your throat, opening your whole throat chakra. Sometimes when people's throat chakras get off balance, they have, situations of thyroid problems, throat cancer, blockages in the throat. We're just bringing in lots of light into that area, beautiful blue light, healing, harmonizing, and balancing, purification. But again, sometimes in life, whether we were little and we were told, be quiet, don't speak your truth, I don't want to hear it, you're wrong. Who are you to say that? Who are you to have that thought come through? And we forget that we have our own inner connection to the divine, and we can be channels, and we can bring through our own intuition and guidance in a pure and loving fashion. We can do this with sounds. I'd like to invite you when you in some meditation to just open up your throat and allow sounds to come through, anything from ah, oh, ee, ooh, Just allowing sound vibration to come through, opening, balancing, purifying. Let yourself listen to music, to speak poetry, to hear poetry, to be creative, to play music, to tune into music. So just let that blue light keep permeating you and filling you. And as we do, we ask your divine higher self to show you if there's any situation or circumstance that's happened that in some way you got blocked, or there was a cord or a hole in your chakra, that it's now ready for you to be cleared of, to be healed of. That you are ready to speak your truth in a powerful and pure way. So just picture the cord, who it's going to, and what the situation or the circumstance is. It might be a picture of your inner child doing something or saying something. It might be a picture of somebody talking to yourself when you were a child. It could be a picture from adulthood in some way. But feel that. Feel the cord. Get your etheric scissors, and on the count of 3, we're going to cut that cord. 1, 2, 3. We're going to cut this one again. 1, 2, 3. Better. Send the energy back to that situation or that person or that circumstance. Now pull your own energy back into your throat. Feel the aliveness. You might even want to place your hands on your throat. You are safe to speak your truth. It's okay for you to have a voice. Your song is welcome in this world. Your song is needed and is in harmony with your soul self. Sing your soul song. Speak your truth. Share your poetry. Write your messages. Open to the magic that you are through your communication. And now that light, we're laying on that table and we're so relaxed. And the lights in the room, in that beautiful dome-shaped room, go to indigo. And the indigo light, feel the richness of that indigo light coming into your cells, coming into your body. Very, very fine vibration of indigo light. Bring it in, pull it in. And it's actually activating your brow center, where you receive and you command information. It's opening your inner vision, your inner light, limitless inner vision. Giving you a really clear single-pointed focus. Very, very, very clear single-pointed focus. Beyond duality. An inner seeing. An inner knowing. A guiding vision. Open to this. Feel the stillness. Feel the vastness of your inner world opening. I like to picture in this area a big eye opening right in the third eye, inside, seeing it open wide, being bathed in the indigo light. Opening your third eye to receive those intuitive messages. Opening your third eye to see through the eyes of your soul. Opening your third eye, connected to the inner vision, bringing it completely into focus, just like a camera lens, focused, clear, open, spotless, smudge-free, totally clear vision. So sometimes when we were little, people told us what we saw wasn't real or wasn't true or wasn't okay. We may have seen energies, we may have seen fairies, we may have seen or heard messages or voices. We may have been told, that's not okay, shut that down. But right now, you have permission to open that up, to reconnect with your divine inner vision and inner wisdom. So I'd like you to just tune in and ask your higher self, is there any situation or circumstance or interaction that occurred that may have in some way blocked or disconnected you from your inner vision, from your inner seeing? And then just get a clear sense of what that is. Get a picture, just like you're a fly on the wall looking down and seeing what happened. You may have made a conscious choice to cut that off because it was too painful. You were so sensitive. You hadn't learned yet how to protect yourself from the world. And you started seeing so much and it became a bit overwhelming. But right now, because of all your other chakras, they're already aligned, they're already balanced. You feel safe in the world. You feel your second chakra alive and passionate, vital. You feel the power in your third chakra. You feel your heart vibrating with infinite love. You feel your fifth chakra able to communicate from a place of deep connection with your divine. And now your sixth chakra is safe. It is safe to open that again, to see with your inner vision, your deepest sense of knowingness. Feel it opening. Now see the situation or circumstance where it was cut off or blocked or damaged or wounded. Perhaps there was a contract made that you weren't going to see. Perhaps you felt responsible for something you saw before, and it's time to let that go, to feel confident in this area and pure and free. So picture the cord, picture how big the cord is. And now on the count of 3, we're going to cut that cord. Bring your power back and give that situation back its power. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do it again. This time I want you to fully cut the cord. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Give the energy back. Pull your energy back into your third eye. Reclaim your inner vision. Feel how good it feels to have that awake and alive and active and vital inner self. That you are now ready to see beyond illusion into the perfection of the divine. That you have single pointed focus, clarity. That inner light, which is limitless, is flowing through you, bright and luminous. Bright and luminous. And now as you're laying on that beautiful healing table in this great temple, you feel the lights shifting color and you're being bathed in a violet light. And the violet light is so peaceful. And there's a sensation of a frequency of light that you just know that violet light is filling your whole being with spiritual knowledge and infinite wisdom. You feel an awakening happening on every cell of your being, an awakening to your divine self, awakening to the fullness of who you are. You feel your crown chakra beginning to vibrate with that violet light, like a 1,000-petaled lotus opening, vibrating, attuning to the violet light of your soul self. Awake, aware, connected, free, able to tap into universal awareness, universal dimensions, higher levels of being, infinite awareness, infinite being, oneness on every level. Consciousness of light. So ask your higher self to show you if there was any situation that happened in your life or in another life that may have created a cord that was blocking this infinite way of living, where you feel completely connected to the divine. And just see what the picture is. Get an image. Was there somebody else there? Was somebody saying something to you? Were you alone? What was happening? Get the picture and bring it into focus. Sometimes it's just energetics, residual energy from other lifetimes. But in this lifetime right now, you are ready to be fully awakened. Sometimes people have a fear, well, if I'm fully awakened, does that mean I'm going to die because I'm not going to be in this lifetime? I won't have to be here? That's an interesting one, huh? See what the cord is. Just feel what it is. And now with your permission, on the count of 3, we're going to disconnect that cord. Pull your energy back into you so you can have universal consciousness now. Get your etheric scissors. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can do better than that. Let's do better than that. Let's really cut that cord. You'll be safe. It's all fine. The ego gets in the way here because the ego wants to have a sense of beingness, and the ego is afraid if you cut the cord to whatever the situation or circumstances, that it won't have a role or it won't have a place, that it won't have a job to do. But for now, we're just going to disconnect it. Connect that cord and allow yourself to float in the oneness of being. 1, 2, 3. Better. Sending the energy back. Pulling in your energy into your crown chakra. And then above your crown, I like to picture beautiful silver energy vibrating, very, very high frequency. And then above that, a gold light vibrating, very, very high frequency of love. All right. Now we want to ask your higher self to put all of these chakras into perfect alignment. So just sit comfortably. Allow your higher self to work with your energy body, getting your energy body lined up with your physical body so that you're really centered in your body, completely lined up. Good. Centered and lined. Vital. And now feel coming out of your head like a fountain of rainbow light, and it's coming down all around you. Beautiful fountain of rainbow light covering you. Each chakra balanced. Any that were underactive are now in perfect balance with those that were overactive. There's a feeling of harmony, flow of energy. Energy coming from above and coming down the spine, matching with the energy from below, coming up the spine. Getting each one of those chakras to turn at just the perfect rhythm, just the perfect pace, each wheel in unison with the others, and bringing that energy up, 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 opening the Kundalini energy out, showering it down, breathing it in. You can now reside in this infinite energy of light. All of your chakras are now awakened, enlivened, united, and energized. You are fully illuminated. We are the rainbow bridge of love. Just let the energy flow and feel how comfortable that is. And now I want you to bring your awareness from that sacred temple back into that bubble of light, the clear white light that we started with. Feel yourself moving up into that bubble and let yourself travel through time and space back into this dimension, hearing my voice, and then begin feeling where you're actually sitting in your chair or on the floor and feeling your body. Feeling awakened and alive, energized, healed, whole, radiant, illuminated. Bring all of your awareness back, hearing the music, hearing my voice. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and see the beautiful rainbow on the screen and know that you're just as beautiful as that rainbow right there. that you are a being of rainbow light, integrated, connected, and perfect and whole. So I would like you to work with affirmations each day about your chakras and about being this whole being. Affirm every day, I am strong. I am strong. I am healthy. I am confident. I am special. I am perfect. For you are. You are all of that. And when we let go of all that we are not, we become more of who we are. And when we become more of who we are, we're able to tap into these higher frequencies of light and love and bring through incredible messages from the divine. Now this chakra DVD by Anodea Judith is called The Illuminated Chakras. It's a visionary voyage into your inner world. I put a couple of links on here. I would love for you to buy this chakra and to watch it every day for 30 days. That would be my ultimate ideal for you. I did that and it really helped me. But if for some reason you're in a place where you really can't buy it right now, if you could at least watch it on YouTube and do the meditation, it's a 28-minute video. This will help you tremendously. There's also this handout, which I know is a little bit hard to read, but when you go back and you're reviewing the handouts as part of the homework, you can make each section a little larger, and you can go to this website. You can purchase this handout, the Chakra Awareness Guide. It's by Legions of Light, and you can they have little pocket cards or these signs that you could have and study each of those. It's so wonderful. It has the elements, it has the affirmations, the organs. It's much more extensive than what we just did today. This handout here, I'd like you to come back and review when you get an opportunity. And this picture is from the DVD, that 1,000-petaled lotus opening in the crown chakra. But if you could go through and work with these affirmations for enlivening each of your chakras between now and the next class. And this is the clown chakra, and I just love this clown chakra. And I can't read it all to you now, but it's really beautiful. If you would take the time to read about the clown chakra, and the clown chakra is perhaps the most important one of all. It talks about being in a place of an open heart, an open mind, and connection. And this is from Swami Beyondananda, who's Steve Behrman, and his website is on there. You can go. It's called Wake Up Laughing. I love his website. And read about the clown chakra. It is funny. So homework, I really would like you to, if you could, do the DVD and clear your chakras every day. I would like you to read the handouts and to get that specific information. I would like you to practice balancing your chakras and clearing any cords. And I want you to pay attention in your day-to-day life. If you find yourself emotionally reacting to something, and if you feel that the emotion isn't clearing within 5 minutes, that means that there's still some sort of cording happening to the individual or the circumstance. So emotions are okay and they come up, but what I want you to do is to be aware of how long that emotion has been there. And if it's more than 5 minutes, it's worth clearing. And you can do the visualization with the cord and cutting the cord, sending that energy back and bringing the energy back to you. I want you to also pay attention. Am I feeling my safety is threatened? If your landlord's raising the rent, suddenly your first chakra is going haywire. Oh no! Is it your second chakra? Are you feeling sexually attracted to somebody who's maybe inappropriate, or energy shouldn't be going out that way? Pull your energy back. Cut that psychic cord. Be empowered. If you're having a power issue with someone, that's your third chakra. Is your tummy, are you feeling sort of weak in the gut? Are you feeling nauseous? Our bodies are always indicating to us if one of our chakras is off balance. For example, if you're having a pain in the neck, that's often the throat chakra. You're not speaking your truth to someone. If you're having a headache, you're often cutting off your third eye, your inner vision. You're having stomach issues, it usually means that there's something you're not stomaching. There's a way that you're feeling somebody's trying to put power over you. So I want you to really, really tune in to your body and listen to the cues from your body. And we have had enough classes on body cues to really pay attention, so that as you're opening up psychically, you're all tuned in, all of your body is in harmony, so that you can receive these messages in a very clear and pure way, and you can be a receptor. So as we tune in psychically and we clear all of our chakras, it makes us, our energy go up to a higher frequency. We can tune into higher level guides, and we can bring through more messages. We can trust ourselves more. Remember I talked about channeling is about trusting ourselves, the universe, our guides. So practice cutting cords, practice noticing which chakra feels like it may be being affected, and clear it and balance. And again, you can ask your guides to help you to balance each of your chakras. Meditate. This has to happen every day. And for those of you who have trouble actually sitting still and meditating, you can do a walking meditation. You can do a meditation with yoga, working with the breath. We practice some of those alternate nostril breathing. We practice focusing on a candle. Being in nature is perhaps one of the best ways that you can meditate, because the energy and vibration of being in nature is amazing. It brings you into a naturally meditative state. So if it's possible for you to get out of the world and its busyness and the concrete and the technology and get into nature, that will help you to meditate. Again, I have on my website the 3 different meditations that you can practice, and particularly the channeling exercise. I ask you to practice that each day, to record it, to put a pause, receive the information and messages, and then journal. You should at this point be journaling your messages from your dreams. You should be working with your symbols and increasing your symbolic language with your guides. Today, I want you to work with, for the homework, I want you to work with bringing sounds into your throat chakra, so that as you receive information, as you receive pictures and images, you're able to speak them out in the world, out to other people, to give people messages. So it's called toning. Basically, you're bringing through sounds and you're letting it just clear. Sometimes people need to actually get in a car, go to the top of a mountain and scream. That there's been an inner scream that has been so pushed down that they haven't been able to let out. And you just need to go to a place where you feel comfortable and you can clear that chakra. Just do it. Go underwater. Sometimes people go underwater to scream, or go in your car, or go somewhere where you can clear the chakra and then send the energy out, and then bring a nice balancing energy in. Because when we don't express energy, it gets trapped in the body, and we don't ever want that to happen. That creates imbalance in the body. We want to clear our bodies and let our bodies be the vehicle for receiving this higher frequency of love and light. And again, journaling is an excellent way for writing out the whole process that you're going through now. In the 6th class, we're all the way up to the 6th class. We've had a lot of lessons prior. We worked with preparing yourself, with connecting with your guides, with integrating the parts of yourself, with receiving messages, past and future, with balancing the left and right brain. So in class today, we learned the chakra balancing, clearing, and cord cutting. So keep going with what you're doing. So in summary, we did answer some questions. I want to now, if anybody has a question about any of the content of the material, if you want to type it into your text box and send it to me, Liah Howard, I will look at it real quickly and see if there's anything I can address about the lesson today. If not, you are always welcome to email me and send me a question at light@aol.com. You can do that, and I will answer your questions. We did talk about the 7 main chakra systems. Remember, again, there's other chakras. We did talk about the benefits of balancing and clearing the chakras. And I gave you some techniques to use so that you can actually really be more empowered and centered. And think about the colors that you wear. So last week we talked about the colors of the masculine and feminine. I want you to think about, what colors do you normally wear in your clothing? Because the chakras, the colors of the chakras, they actually affect our auras, and our auras indicate, they're sort of a barometer of our state of well-being. So next week, we are going to be talking about aura cleaning, room clearing, and banishing negative energy. So we'll be doing some techniques for clearing and clearing rooms, clearing our space, clearing our thoughts, clearing our beings. But in the meantime, as part of your homework for next week, I would like you to find a tree that's separate from other trees, and I want you to soften your eyes, and I want you to look at that tree, and I want you to see if you can see the energy pulsating around the crown of the tree. So the way that you're going to do that is you're going to soften your gaze in looking at the tree and allow it to soften in and look for the light around it. And in closing, I just want to show you this beautiful little chakra pendulum that a friend made me. Can you see it? It's got each of the colors. And you can find jewelry with the chakras in it. You can find posters with the chakras in it. Anything that's going to encourage you to remember to tune into your chakra system is going to help you to be more integrated in your life. Okay. And that does complete our class number 7. I thank you all so much for being here. Have a wonderful week. I will see you again next week. And blessings to each and every one of you.